Hello, folks. My name is Mr. Mike Test, and I will be filling in for my father here at the testing company. We are now a subsidiary of Sibilant Studios. Mike Test! It's the Mike Test. Mike Test. Hold on, here we go. We're gonna try it for real. Transitioning in. Paintstream, Winamp, visualizer, music. Yeah, Mr. Mike Test got run over rushing out to the parking lot only on the third call to move his car. Let's get the proper headset on. What's correct? Let's see. Can I hear my music in my ears? Wow. It's so thick.
Iron Elemental donated a $10.75 super chat before time began. This is Buckatron. He can transform from a euro into a dollar. High tech in disguise.
What happens with the extra mass when converting from euro to dollar? Do you lose 10% of your mass to energy? Well, howdy, folks. Howdy, and welcome back. Howdy, Jason. Howdy, Spencer. Howdy, another Nate. Iron Elemental Comstar Knight 36. Howdy, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic on this fantastically rainy evening here in San Francisco. I think I saw a wild tech noir in there too. I sure did. And Go For It Painting. Howdy, everybody. Howdy, folks, and welcome back to another paint stream here on Country Fried Minis. I'm your host, Cameron, the country boy in the big city, presenting once more from the Bullshit Corner 2.0. Tonight we're going to paint some Decepticons. Well, we're going to start painting some Decepticons that have been soaking in a vat of rubbing alcohol. Because I am, actually, ISO is not rubbing alcohol, right? That's not the same thing. Isn't rubbing alcohol methanol? Or ethanol even? Something like that. I seem to remember that at least. Yes. I've been frantically cleaning up the desk so I can get out the spray booth. I was going to pre-prime these models before we started today, but I kind of feel like struggling with the airbrush is kind of a tradition here on Country Fried Minis now, so we're going to do that tonight. Rubbing alcohol is isopropyl. Okay. Hello, howdy, Go For It Painting. Seeing some of the fun stuff you're doing. Definitely encourage the Country Fried Biscuits to go over and check out Go For It Painting. Paints up some really fun stuff. But thanks for stopping by. YouTube eats the dark chocolate matter. Transformers do weird mass conversion stuff. Nothing lost somehow. LOL. Fun fact, Soundwave Cybertronian vehicle mode before coming to Earth was a street lamp. Amazing. Actually, I'm glad you're here, Zach. I want to kind of start talking about these here models a little bit. Who's this Shockwave? Got to clean up a little bit of support still. Megatron and Shockwave both printed out beautifully. No serious marring on the back. Soundwave had a bit of a break, unfortunately, but it's a nice clean break. So I think we're going to be able to glue that right back together, and it should be fine. And the street lamp is a gorgeous model. I think I'm going to have to add one to my collection as well. I did manage to print out the little... sorry, Miss, the last stream was out of the house all day. No worries, good sir. We're still not quite done with these, but they're close enough that I think I'm going to finish them up off stream in my own free time. We just got to do detailing and get them ready for the oil wash at the very end, which I'm going to set up like a cooking show style stream for the oil wash, so we can show putting oil on the cardboard, mixing up the wash, applying it, and removing it all in one go without having to wait hours in between each step. But the reason I'm glad you're here is because I did manage to print out these little battle armors to do the Friends of Soundwave thingamabob. I was going through, I noticed that the cat has like rocket boosters on the side, so I made a judgment call and went for the support version of this battle armor with the rockets on the side. I ended up having to upsize these Jin battle armors for the two lads. They were very small, and I found a good pose for the winged battle armor for what's his name, Laserbeak. And I think what we're gonna do with them, because you had mentioned you'd like to have them like riding with Soundwave. I think what we can do is mount Laserbeak up on the shoulder, like so, and then fit the cat on the base without the base getting too crowded. But I think from there it's going to be too crowded to fit these other two lads. So I had the idea that I'll just glue these two to their own base. And that way you get the best of both worlds. You'll have the Soundwave with the friends on the one base, but then you'll also have a unit, a playable base of battle armor with the other two. And I think that's the best call. Like, I could take a whole bunch of time and maybe like find a way to squeeze them onto his body, but I think it's just going to be too crowded, and I'm going to have to make a judgment call here for the artwork's sake, and kind of give you the best of both worlds for both what you're after, but what is feasible within the scope of the project. In any case, tonight we're going to get started with we're going to do a little bit of cleanup on these little lads. And then we're going to glue these to temporary painting bases. And we're going to do some priming and hopefully some base coating. I mean, we will get to the base coating, but I'm hoping to finish it. We'll do the same approach with the speed paints to build a foundation. And then the next session we'll get into more edge work, just like with our Autobot friends. Tonight is the Decepti-badniks. That was the best. That was the best I could get ChatGPT to come up with, by the way. I fed it so much information and then like asked it to make a clever pun somewhere in between Decepticons and bad guys, and that's just the best it could do. Which is really silly. But hey, it works. ChatGPT is an ally of the channel. It writes all the descriptions anymore. I have this document, this running conversation with ChatGPT, wherein it has a set of rules for what constitutes a Country Fried Minis video, and then it has a set of rules for what constitutes or what goes into the descriptions of both the paint streams and the workflow streams. And I could just ask it, hey, write me a description for this stream about this thing, or write me a description about a full-length video that's about this thing, and it'll do it. And it's you know, it's definitely, it looks like it's written by AI, but it's really fun. These paints you have I been looking at, can I both spray and hand brush them? Yes, absolutely. Actually, Vallejo's are for brush application. I usually thin them anyways, but here, let's get a cup. Let's get a cup. So let's say I wanted to airbrush a little bit of this beige brown. Put some in a cup and get some clean water. Flow improver will definitely help, but you don't need it. It's not absolutely necessary. But we're just gonna like thin this stuff out until it's about the consistency of milk or skim milk, which is kind of hard to describe. So mix it in there, and then I like these clear cups for it because you can kind of, once you get it mixed up, you can then run a little on the sides, and you see how it's like it's runny enough that you can see through it. It's real translucent, but it clings to the side. So about right there, you know, like whole milk. So yeah, that just a little bit of water, they work beautifully. Vallejo's are, in my experience, the best paints. They're pretty consistent, although I have had an issue with, damn, I just put all these away. I have to dig through them, but the only issue I've had so far with any Vallejo colors has been with this flat earth. And I ended up, they're both the same number, 70.983, but one of them is from the Panzer series and one of them is not, and they are not exactly the same. They're very slightly different. That's a good clip for you right there for a short, good explanation. Thanks. Oh, you know, that's a good idea, actually. I've been asked multiple times about the consistency for airbrushing. But yeah, think whole milk. Before we get to priming, one thing I like to do with these models with 3D prints is just, even after you're done soaking and cleaning, just give them another once over with a good toothbrush and some 99% ISO alcohol. It's really good stuff. I can feel it working on my fingers. And I realized I needed that because I'm looking at Optimus here and he's still a little shiny on the back, which means there's a little bit of resin residue there that we really want to get that off there. You can brute force your primer over top of it. If you have a little bit of that resin shine on it still, but it's best to just clean off as much as you can, as well as you can. It can affect the adhesion on your models. I had a lot of trouble with that in the Urban Mech video. There was a spot on the leg that had a tiny bit of uncured resin, and it really just haunted me all the way to the end of the project. So it's worth taking a moment and running a toothbrush and some alcohol over your printed minis. You're on Country Fried Minis. An airbrush tip I've never seen anywhere. Might have stumbled on by accident. So Nightbot has a factoid for us, but that's an old factoid and I'm not even going to read it. Who am I kidding? I'm going to read it. Nightbot claims that employees at Miller Coors get three free cases of beer each month, in addition to having access to beer and cider on location after a workday. I like that. I like that they make the distinction after a workday. You may drink as much as you'd like, but you will work sober. If you just got hammered at the location every day after work, how many days of that you think you'd get away with before they fired you? My money's on 2 weeks. Mix in a couple drops of ISO to reduce tip drying. It's a really good call. It's a really good call. It definitely, it also changes the surface tension. which is really, really nice sometimes. I noticed that a lot when spraying glue onto my bases. Okay, so it's funny. This is another one of those projects. I have no idea what these lads look like, and once we start applying base coats, I'm gonna have to look them up. All right, just about got these clean enough. I'm gonna be really careful with the little lads, not break them. They are a little more fragile. Some very small bits and bobs on them. A few extra little support nuggies. Damn, now I want support nuggies. What shape are support nuggies? Like, is it Battletech themed? Is it like missile boats? Like a longbow as a chicken nugget? Or like an LMG? Smileys. Wait, like the smiley potatoes? The smiley potatoes, but they're chicken. I feel like that'd be really off-putting, actually. If you got, like, you sit down to eat your little mashed potato rings that are the smiles, and you bite into it and it's just a chicken nugget. Like, would that throw you off? Would you go back for another bite to confirm it was chicken nuggets and then shrug your shoulders and say whatevs? All right, done with the ISO. While these are drying off a little more, we're going to glue back together our homie Soundwave here. Soundwave is a true G, as always. Truck full of spare AC rounds, yes. God, smileys are so fucking good. Yeah, but just imagine if you went to tuck into your smileys, and it's chicken. Like perfectly cooked chicken nugget material. Good Lord, I'm hungry for those now. Yeah. I want some plant-based dino nuggies now. It's fine. I'm doing potatoes tonight after the stream. I got a whole bunch of taters and some seasonings and some MSG. Good shit. All right, so a little bit of glue. The brake was really clean on this part, so it's funny. For those of you who aren't super familiar with 3D printed parts, they can often, it's a really brittle material. So ironically, this will be a stronger connection than the original material. I need to start adding in some of that tough resin additive, and maybe adjust my prices accordingly, or provide it as an option, an extra in the order form. Available at fiverr.com/ThurstonStudios. Check it out. Okay, I think let's do another hit of the Insta set just to make sure that's good and cured. And we can start prepping for the spray down. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. I need to glue these to bases. Sorry, y'all. I'm an idiot. Let's put our Autobots over to the side. And let's see, do I have enough bases here? I do. 4 mechs. And I need 4 for the little lads. Can't believe I ran out of extra bases. Let's see if there's one in here real quick. Surely I have one in here. This will work. Yeah, I think that will work. Do I have any other hex bases? I could use 2 extra hex bases about right now. Don't have any ready. I still haven't made the hex bases proper for this project. I'm woefully behind. Kind of juggling this and the workflow session. I've actually been doing a bit of bonus editing this morning, which will be a nice, pleasant surprise for everybody. It's going to be an episode of something from the CFM network, a subsidiary of Gaslight TV. Should be really fun. PLA is wildly hard. It's way harder than ABS. Weird that ABS is much stronger but softer. I have exclusively been printing in PLA, and it is very tough. Very, very, very tough. Interesting. I need to try out ABS and do a side-by-side. Nightbot letting people know to come on over to the Country Fried Discord and share your work. A bonus bit of info for that. If you do share your work on the Country Fried Discord on a night when we're doing a workflow live stream, I will feature your work on stream for us all to take a look at. And you can humble brag about your work here in chat. We love a good humble brag here. It's not even like ironic. Like, yeah, would love to see your work. Okay, let's do Mr. Wave. Blue Wave. Mr. Blue Wave. On this here temporary painting base. Alright. Let's put Mr. Purple Wave on a hex base because he's a little beefier. We're just gluing one foot down. That way it's going to be a little easier to snap them off. Later. Even if I have to use a razor blade. Spencer says, ABS is softer but tremendously stronger and won't even begin to deform until 100C. So you can even use it for like engine bay prints. Nice. Good to know. Yeah. Super, super useful information. I need to try it out. Definitely need to try it out. Let's do this back foot here for Mr. Purple Wave. Right? He's purple. Right? Am I insane? I don't know the colors of these robots, y'all. I don't at all. I just know blue and purple here. Or I'm pretty sure I'd know blue and purple. Damn, it's a fun model, though. Really fun interpretation of a Highlander. All right, let's put... let's use this 30mm base for Starscreamer. I think will work. I think that'll work. Need a little more glue again. Shockwave's purple, Soundwave's blue. Yeah, okay. I was right. I'm paying attention. I'm learning, y'all. I'm picking up information. I have to. I do this here YouTube channel where I paint things and pretend like I know what I'm talking about, but really I'm just figuring it out as I go. Like, all right. I had never glazed a model before the Titania video. I mean, the Titania paint up for the video that's coming, I promise. Titania's coming on Titania Day. And not a day sooner. I'm sorry I bamboozled you all. It was not an intentional bamboozle, but it is the second instance of blue balling you all about Titania. This time there was a really big buildup and no release, though. And I'm sorry for that. But I'm going to do what I can to make it worth it. Good time. Titania is here to satisfy, but she needs to be satisfied first. You know what I mean? I think it's fair. The quality cannot suffer. And there are more important things on the timeline. Hard to imagine that there are more important things than Titania, but there are. Namely, well, painting this commission. This is important. Very important. And next video coming out, very important. Although it is 3 weeks behind schedule. You know, because I am negligent. I never painted camouflage before. Did I finish it today? I think so. Yeah, I synced those in the Discord. If y'all are interested in seeing Nate's work, some really fantastic models, check out the Discord, Country Fried Discord, link in the chat. There's a link in the description down below. Come on over, show off your work. We have a fun little star system where if 5 people from the chat give a star emoji to your work, you get moved over to the CFM Top Models section. It's really fun. We also do fun stuff like a chat leaderboard for participation in these here chats. These stream events. Yeah. Posted every Friday. Will you make the leaderboard? Does it matter? Yes, it does, is the answer. Absolutely does. No, I broke the little lad already. Shit. No, I didn't break him. Okay. I just snapped it off the base. Let's try again. These are going to be a pain in the booty to prime up. Alright. 2 more to go, and when we can start spraying. Let's get Laserbeak. I do like that we're making concessions on this project and using a, I think this is a Jin battle armor? I can't remember what it is, but it is a type of winged battle armor. So it's kind of an interpretive version of Laserbeak instead of like a proper, what is it, a pterodactyl? Says he's sorry, but that's just more gaslighting. He hasn't even said what year of the Titania Day. That's fair. That is fair. Also, on that topic, now that Titania Day exists, does that mean I have to paint a pinup every year on Titania Day? The answer is yes. He's a robot vulture. Okay. Interesting. Que interesante. What is a vulture? What is a vulture in Spanish? Turns into a cassette tape. Yeah. I thought about tossing this model in to Blender and putting a cut on the chest and opening it up, but like the amount of work to do that is just not justified, unfortunately. So sorry to disappoint there, Zach. Sometimes my ambition gets beyond what I can actually do. And I'm also looking up vulture. How do you say that? Buitre. Buitre. Let's see, can y'all see that? Buitre. Buitre. El buitre. Buitre. Me gusta mucho. Oh shit, I forgot the word for learn. Aprender. Me gusta mucho aprender palabras. Es muy divertido. That sounds like a plan. Try hard pinups annually. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Next, our next pinup is sitting right here on my shelf. Don't know when I'm gonna do it, but Amba, what's it called? Amba, Eye of the Sun, I think she's called. Where's she at? Amba, Eye of the Sun. Yeah. Yeah. It's borderline borderline TOS. She is very almost clothed. But nothing is shown. No nips, no junk. Just very close to it. This model actually has some really fun details. Like the curve of her belly up underneath her ribs and some folds in the back. It's a really, really interesting study on anatomy. Okay, so with that, I'm going to get some gloves out of my brand new glove holder on the wall. With a fixed, predictable date, it could even become a community thing. You're damn right. You're damn right. Well, that means folks have a year. Well, let me amend that. I'm not going to say a year out. It is common knowledge now, according to the last stream, Titania Day will be May 22nd. It is the day y'all voted on Titania last year and ended up getting bamboozled, and that got kicked down the road. But May 22nd, 2 days after Tukia Day, we celebrate Tukia Day again with Try Hard pinups. If you want to paint up a pinup, now's your heads up, but it needs to be to a high standard, to the highest standard you can muster. I will not accept anything that has less than 15 hours of work on it. But if you submit a Try Hard model, we'll do a full talk up about it on the Titania video. You can have up to, what's fair? 2 minutes? 2 minutes talking time? 2 minutes seems right, especially for sexy ladies. Also doesn't have to be ladies, just has to be a pinup. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of talking time and a model that has at least 15 hours of work in it. Will be really cool to see if folks will contribute to it. It will be a tradition. Okay, what am I doing? Where am I? Who am I? First things first, I have this here airbrush that is an absolute state. So let's clean this thing. And I'm going to do that first with, we're going to break it down. Take off the back. Try to do this on here. Let me zoom out so y'all can actually see what's going on here. Do 65-degree angle. Yeah, there we go. Take off the back. Undo the locking nut, and then we're going to try to move the needle, and the needle is coming free. So let's pull it out. I see gunk all over it because I'm negligent and don't clean my airbrush. Consider doing monthly themes ever for community, that is. I think I got a little disheartened with the Moriarty, with the Battle Buddies thing, to be honest. I wanted to do that. We only had 3 total submissions, right? And I was one of them. I don't think the community has the size yet to do a proper like painting challenge thing. Not a regular one. I think they need a lot of time and lead up. Okay, so I'm gonna put our disgusting airbrush into a little vat of acetone, and I have a shitty brush for this, so let's get the shitty brush. Shitty toothbrush. Oh shit, now I have pressure on that demon lady sitting on a cathedral part. Yeah, fuck yeah. You got till May 22nd. Or I guess you have till Tukia Day to submit it, because I need time to edit it in. Nightbot already with another fact. That means we're far into this. Scotland wanted to replicate the Parthenon bigger and cheaper in 1826. It was never completed. It is now nicknamed Scotland's. This is a repeat fact, Nightbot. Once again, you feed us the same garbage and tell us it's a new breakfast. All right. So we're gonna clean up this disaster of an airbrush. And that way we can actually get started. Do I cat girl or do I dad? What about a leather daddy cat girl? And then you're hitting both of those notes. All right, let's see if we can't. Nope. Case in point, this is why you clean your airbrushes. This is why you clean your airbrush. Don't be me. Don't pull a Cameron. I got owned by my own community about it. Reminded that there's a video about cleaning your fucking airbrush. Alright. There we go. Let's try to get this a little cleaner here too. Thing is just in an absolute state. The best part of this here too is I'm racing against the clock with my cup here. Late night snack run. I will be back, lol. You have plenty of time. I have been negligent and did not prepare adequately for this stream. I was actually going to pre-prime these, like I mentioned. Yeah, who made that video again? I don't know. Some guy, some country guy who lives in a big city. Might have warned me about cleaning my damn airbrush. But no, this is great. This is a good example of why you need to clean your airbrush. Or at least that's the logic I'm giving myself here. We want the hooked tweezers. We want these hooked tweezers. And we also want our needle. Make sure that needle gets good and clean. What is this track? Voyager X by Ben Elson. His evil twin. Oh man. That gives me... I need to do an evil twin video now. I guess Candy is kind of my evil twin. Or I'm the evil twin to Candy. Something like that. There is a whole Candy double thing. Like there's an imposter out there. Okay, so one of the things I like to do when cleaning my airbrush, I take my little cone here and I'm going to run this needle up and down the insides of it. And this lateral in and out motion pushes all that white gunk out the tip. I don't know if you can see that, but we get a whole bunch of it. Get a little blobby mess that needs a quick wipe up. Mostly white because I'm priming with white primers. Evil Twin needs a Bay Area accent. You know, the weird thing about a Bay Area accent is California's got this like kind of, or at least this portion of California. I know SoCal's got its own thing going on, but like Central and NorCal kind of have this weird lack of an accent as the accent. It's hard to describe. And I did fight my Tennessee accent for years and years and years. But, and a wife beater. Yeah, that would do it. I fought my accent for years, and I realized that I actually haven't come close at all to getting rid of it. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I used to really think a Tennessee accent made you sound stupid. And now I realize it's actually an amazing conversation starter. So I do kind of regret fighting against it as a kid. Then again, there's a home movie video out there that my family tormented me with because my accent was very strong when I was a young lad, when I was a wee lad. Metallica started in Bay Area. Evil Twin could sound like James Hetfield. I think that would take some serious practice. Alright, let's try and get this thingy here clean. Give it a soak real quick. I apologize that this is taking so long to get us starting tonight. It's another one of those... Are you kidding me? We're already 42 minutes into this? Holy moly, time flies when you're having fun, and we have got nothing done. Welcome to the Country Fried Mini Stream, where we do nothing and talk a whole bunch of shit about videos that are never going to get made and get distracted by every little distraction that we could possibly get distracted by. And by we, I mean me. That said, I see that there are 10 people in chat right now. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out as I fail to get anything done once again. It's really genuinely humbling that y'all stop by. Nathan coming in with a Bay Area accent has a heavy vegan twang. No, I think that's just me, bro. Surfer is definitely an accent. Yeah, Surfer's SoCal. You have to be insane to surf up here. You want to get eaten by a shark? This is where you get eaten by a shark. Okay. We're going to reassemble our airbrush. Surfer is Orange County. Yeah. I mean, that's practically Mexico. Nathan, you did miss the disassembly bit. I, too, was unable to get this thing apart. But I promise this is two pieces. It's just very stuck. Though, cleaning this cone out is going to probably be your best bet of fixing your sputtering. I take a little cup and soak this whole thing in acetone. Uh-oh. I see that. I'm going to let it do its thing. The delay is hella long on this machine for some reason. Compared to the hardline internet, that is. Anyhow, let's get this assembled. Put our cone back on. Going to put our trigger mechanism in here. Put the trigger itself on. Set it on the post. Oh wait, nope. I gotta put this little thingamabob on. That's gotta go on, and then this goes on top. Yes. And then we just screw this thing down. And I really like my arrow for the fact that I just crank this thing all the way down. And that's exactly the tension I need. There it goes. It's so thick. Ooh, Oni-chan, you're so thick.
Comstar Knight 36 donated a $4.99 super chat. Distraction super chat is distracting. My rotary auto lubricator 2s go. You're welcome.
The L's are intense. The L's are very, very fucking intense. Holy moly. Also, thank you for the generous donation, Comstar. It is well appreciated. And again, is going directly into a project. We got a big budget production coming for April. So, y'all need to get in on that Charger Derby. Not 100% sure who all's going to get the artwork for it, but people will get artwork. People will get spots, some voice. Submit me a Charger custom variant. Show me the tip of the needle. Oh, that's right. You wanted to see that. I remember. I didn't remember, but I do now. Mine is not, in fact, super sharp. It's kind of blunt, actually. I don't know if you can see that at all. It's not super sharp. It's almost got like a step bevel to it. I did say I would, lol, yeah. I want to see if it has the double angle. It does have the double angle. If that's what you're looking for, it indeed has a double angle. Yes, that is accurate. All right, so airbrush moves. It works. Let's see if it sprays. But first, we're going to take our acetone and we're going to stuff this paper towel into it so it doesn't leak out when I throw it in the trash can. Right there. Butt it up. Butt it up. All right, so now we're airbrushing, y'all. We're starting to get work done at 47 minutes into this stream that was already 5 minutes late. All right, so we're going to grab our little spray booth thingamabobber. We're going to grab 2 jars, one for clean water, one for dirty water. We're going to get our spray out pot. Damn it, I'm bumping into everything. We're going to get a spray out pot. We're going to get a pipette, our airbrush. We're going to get some Stynal Res white primer, and we have our compressor on the standby. There's a company that in the UK that offers being hungover. Oh, so thick.
Iron Elemental donated a $2.15 super chat. Needle.
So let me. Why is 10 R's R R R R R R R R R R, but 10 E's is E? Oh fucking A! I feel like you got robbed there, Iron Elemental. You got robbed. Pro tip: when you want the TTS to get ridiculous, feed it lots of consonants and not lots of vowels. I think, in fact, thinking back, we've kind of established this because she said we when during the original RAC5s needs way more E's. Okay, let's get this thing a going. Stynal Res is a primer made for the airbrush, so we don't need to thin it. So let's get it ready and fill the cup. Meh, the E's don't shout as funny. Yeah, not at all. I think she just condenses, I'm assuming she condenses vowels into a single sound. You'll need a bunch of, like, D's. Lots of D there. But the O and Glaloop did fine. What was it? Was it broken up? Was it broken up with consonants in between? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where her rules lie, to be honest. You got a little hosed there. Just gonna say it. You got a little hosed. All right, compressor's on. We're going to pull all the stray hair off of this first. Oh. I don't know if we've heard this track yet, but I fucking love this one. Was this 8-Bit Sheriff? One of my absolute favorites. All right, that's about as long as I can go without talking. But damn, I love this track. I was gonna try to go through the whole thing. It's a little much. It's so thick.
Comstar Knight 36 donated a $1.99 super chat. I'll buy that for $1. Wheelie.
Wheelie. Wheelie E's. It does not matter how many E's you put, I guess. That gets reduced to just one. I'd buy that for $1. Oh, that is a RoboCop reference. I get that. Yes. I also realize I'm airbrushing without my respirator on. I can feel the paint particles entering my lungs. Let me take a second and amend that. I'm going to start coughing here in a second.
It's so thick.
So thick.
Iron Elemental donated a $2.15 super chat.
I think you figured it out. I think you figured it out. That's awesome. Put a space in between your E's. It's so thick.
Another Nate donated a $2 super chat. Consonants B B B B A A A Y Y Y B I E I E I E.
What? Oh my god. Consonant. She shorted consonants to just consonants. You know, we talk a lot about the whole Gaslight Minis thing, but TTS lady may be just as much a gaslighter as the rest of y'all. Like the kind you light fires with, a gaslighter.
So thick.
Comstar Knight 36 donated a $1.99 super chat. Don't forget to wear your respirator. CCCCCCCOUGH.
Why does she spell cough at the end? That don't make no damn sense. Okay. TTS lady plays by her own rules. Also, I see Technor is finding the best emojis. Are these just YouTube emojis? What was that at? That's like a... What do you call it? A Paralympics sport guy? Nathan asks, are you thickening your paint properly? For the airbrush you want a yogurt consistency. No, I'm going for a thin application here. Because I want the extra work of having to do many layers. Instead of one thick coat. Which would be the big brain play here. Plus, if you spray it at a yogurt consistency, it'll set up like cement on your model. Fresh milliput consistency is best consistency. The E needs space words. It does. It does indeed. Alright. So just so you know, I can change the accent on the TTS voices. But this one just, I liked it the most. It does seem like she plays by her own rules though. So, She might give you sass. Jason Smith sharing burgers, fries, and pizza. How many burgers and fries and pizza makes for a good Saturday night? That's the question. I think two burgers, one large fry, and 7 slices of pizza. And then I spend the night vomiting in the bathroom because it's way too much food. Anyhow, we're applying thin coats of Stynel Res. Trying to keep it from building up too wet. If it's getting shiny, we want to stop. Which, you know, it isn't a huge concern if you're not painting on kind of a time frame. But we want a nice light dusting in multiple thin layers instead of the yogurt consistency. All of it. May as well have the last slice of that for. Yeah, exactly. I agree. No, there's no way I could do that much food. Look, I may be a gluttonous fat man, but there's no fucking way I could do 2 burgers and a large fry and 6 pieces of pizza. Be too much. More reasonably, you want 1 double burger, a fat New York style slice of pizza, and a large crispy French fry. And that is a massive meal that'll give you the sweats and leave you sated. I think 1 of each is sufficient. Another Nate claims the large fries from Five Guys will feed a family of 4 for a week. Yeah, exactly. I can, most likely why I'm as heavy as I am long. Well, I did hear that if you... The body can only take in so many calories in a day. At a certain point, you just stop processing it, right? So, like, if you just run 10 miles a day, you can eat as much as you want. Though I dare say, if you run 10 miles a day, you need to eat that much. All right, so I do want to change the subject a little bit here and take a moment to shout out to Mini Hulk Mechs. You know, I had a lot of complaining about that Bumblebee mech, but these are beautifully sculpted. These are gorgeously sculpted. The details are really great. There's little fun things that really cement them as the characters they're meant to be. If the Bumblebee model came in multiple parts, where it'd be a little easier to paint, I probably wouldn't have a damn thing negative to say about them. And every one of these are available for free. The link in the description down below. Okay, making headway. We're starting to get coverage on all these LEDs. The meat ship's soon to come, or in Cam's case, the unmeat ship. Yes. Yeah. Though, isn't it unmeat for all of you? Like, if you eat a whole bunch of meat and it gets turned into the shits, it's no longer meat. You've unmeated the meat. A resin with a bit more tensile strength would also be better. Yeah. Though, you know, part of my pricing scheme definitely comes from how inexpensive the Anycubic basic resin is. I think I pay $25 per kilogram. So like each of these mechs is maybe 10-15 cents worth of material. It's time on the printer and alcohol and curing and all those fun little extra steps. But the resin itself is dirt cheap. No, I think you're right. I think adding some of the tough resin into my purchase options is probably a good idea. Maybe like a $5 extra on the order. That way every couple of orders covers the cost of the bottle. Definitely something to think about. Is the remaining resin in the reservoir waste? No, not at all. You just go in there and you stir it up and use it again. Got a nice UV resistant capper, and my printer is far enough from direct sunlight that I don't ever have to worry about it getting cured in the vat. And I occasionally pour it out and filter it back into an extra bottle. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I just want a nice solid white coat because we're going to be hitting them with the old speed paints again. So they need a stark white coat with even coverage. All right, that's two. Let's get Mr. Shockwave. Going on. My plasticizer resin was only $28 a kilo. No way. No way. That's insane. That's just as cheap as the basic resin. So you're saying I could put a little bit of the tough stuff in my resin for orders and not have to upcharge anything. Of course, I could always upcharge and make more profit. Such is the American way, though. More expensive because more expensive. That's why. Just like Games Workshop. Remember, the CEO of Games Workshop said that Games Workshop products are priced the way they are so that the consumers perceive them as premium products. He literally said they're so expensive because they're expensive. I try to offer a nice competitive price for painting that balances quality with efficiency and affordability. I've just about got it dialed in. Currently, depending on workload, the price may go up a little bit more, but I'm pretty close to the ceiling of what I want to charge at this point. I didn't want to scare people off for the price. And I really want to make it affordable for folks who come in and catch a video and then hear me talk about it and they're like, oh, that's a great deal. And then they, buy an order. Yeah, I just looked it up to share in Discord. Thank you very much, Nate. I will definitely check that out. Okay, so I'm getting some dry tip really bad here. Unfortunately. Because I'm making a rookie mistake here. Remember, when airbrushing, to always let off the paint flow fully before you let off the airflow. It will really help you not build up such a goopy dry tip. Nothing worse than a bunch of crusty white all over the tip of your needle. All right. I think we're good there. So I'm going to turn off the compressor. I'm going to get rid of the excess air. And I'm going to trigger everybody. And I'm going to not clean this. And I'm going to set it on my desk. Because I can't be asked to do it right now. It's too good. It's too good. I know the pain that I will endure. And I know the pain that y'all will have to endure the next time I prime a model. Oh, I'm going to rub a whole bunch of paint in my hair. Alright. Let's take this thing off.
Shit, fire. Toss it in the floor. Happy birthday to the ground. Alright. So, we got some nice, slick, primed Deceptitrons. And I'm going to set them to the side here so I can pick up my spray booth. Toss this thing on the ground. Also, happy birthday to the ground. If you get too try hard with commissions, you're going to get to a point where it's not worth it to either you or the customer. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. You know, it's funny you say that. I think there is like there's a point where that loops back around and becomes like desirable. I think if you're painting really high-end models, you want to charge a high price for it. That way you have coverage for if you need to spend a little extra time on some glazing or like a 50 layer job. And it also weeds out people who aren't comfortable paying a little extra. But I wouldn't do that unless you're really, really painting high-end stuff, like 200-hour models or whatever. Oh, so triggered. You hit my not my problems. I should absolutely clean that, but I'm not gonna. I'll do it next time, like I do every time. All right, so we got everything's alcoholed up. Let's take these off. Ooh, oh yeah, I'm all shiny. Okay. Who do we start with? Well, what we do start with for sure is rehydrating this crusty ass wet palette. Do we have any mold buildup? No. No, it's fine. Let's rehydrate this lab. I avoid mold buildup in my wet pellet by basically not using it as a defeating the purpose of having it, I guess. I just let the shit dry out and I never have to deal with mildew. Deal with mildew. Deal with mildew. Who dis? Who dis? Who we listening to? I like this one too. Oh, what do you know? It's more Avalo. I still haven't found a good solution for the randomizer. I need to develop some coding skills to try and mitigate the repetitions in all the bots here. Maybe write a plugin for OBS. All right, here we go. What colors are these people? What? I'm gonna have to answer that at some point soon. Where do we do What am I looking for? I'm looking for a shockwave. Shockwave. Transformers. Transient floorers. Images. Okay. G1. Kinda purple and purple. Like purple with lavender and gray. I think we can do that. The Decepticon symbols are purple as well, but that's like a third purple color. Let's do contrast, I think, on this one. And I know I have a purple. I just gotta find it. That's Griff Charger. That's not purple. That's not purple. You're not purple. You're not purple either. There's my purple. We'll do Magos. Excuse me. Magos purple. Just put them all in a randomized spreadsheet and let it play in order. How am I playing music from a spreadsheet? I'm confused. Oh, look at this beautiful Magos purple. Let's put this down right here. And you see our wet palette's kind of wet. So it's going to do some of the thinning work for us. I'm looking for my towel. I need a contrast towel. We've established that the contrast towel is necessary. Although this one is covered in my hair, as every surface in this house is. It's maddening. Maddening, I tell you. You need way more purples than that. I'm also not purple. I like to breathe okay. What? Okay. I'm pretty sure these towels are bamboo. They're like disposable spa towels. Okay. So I'm going to try a little something here. I think this should make for a better viewing experience for y'all if I go with the 90-degree field of view and then zoomed all the way in. That should focus better. It seems to focus better. It seems to focus better when we're on the 90-degree field of view. And we want Captain Shockwaves. Yeah, that looks decently in focus to me. Alright, we're going to start with our number 4, a 4 round. Yeah, let's work with a 4. What's the difference between pink and purple? The amount of blue. Air junkies. What? You need to breathe? Don't make me laugh. Alright, here we go. Let's get our shockwave going. Let's keep our reference material close at hand. And looks like the thighs need to go. The thighs need to be gray. The feet need to be gray. And then like some portion of the side of the legs needs to be gray. Maybe this one panel right there. Oh my god, I said this would focus. I need you to focus. You done? This camera just don't know how to handle things moving around. All right. Is this actually a dark enough purple? Is this actually a dark enough purple? It might not be. This may not be a dark enough purple. I don't think it's a dark enough purple. Let's clean it off quickly before it sets. Paper towel. I'm going to try the other purple. If my other purple's a little darker, then that will be better. Priming job looks great. Yeah, we're getting so much work done tonight. I have a purple. I have another purple. I have another purple. Where's my purple? That's orange. That's green. That's yellow. That's purple. Let's try Hive Dweller purple instead. I think we may need to use it instead of the Magos purple, and then mix in some opaque purple. White or blue mixed in the red. Big difference, actually. Yeah. All right, here we go with the... This is, what is it called? Hive Dweller purple. Yeah, that is a much better tone. Much more satisfying. So we can actually just use the... We can use the Hive Dweller purple for the main color on Shockwave, and then the Magos purple for the secondary tones. I mean, we don't mess up and... Oh no, I shouldn't have rubbed on that tail. That's what she said. I mean, what? The hell is this track? I don't know about this one. Who's this? Lovren Switchblade? I don't know about this one. Might not stay. Alright, we're gonna have to be a little creative about the back end of Shockwave. You know what? He's purple. He's just purple. I think what we're gonna do is just go purple with it, and then we'll add in the metallic details to make it look more like a mech. But for now, we want to hit this with the Hive Lord purple, Hive Dweller purple, and work quickly so it doesn't like coffee stain up too bad. Looks like the arms are mostly purple, and I think learning our lessons from working on Grimlock, we can just paint over most of it anyways, and then go back and repaint certain portions of it white, which will then turn into gray. Or even do the gray parts in an opaque color instead of trying super hard to be painstaking in our application. Yeah, let's just get this purple on it. I think that's a much wiser plan of attack. Faster's better when it comes to these anyways. The fins are going gray, so we're not worried about coverage there. But we want to get the majority of this body purple, a dark purple. He's so dark. He's so dark. Keeping consistency with the Autobots. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. They need to be... They need to match like a full set. As they are a full set. Though we're going to learn the lessons from painting Grimlock. And not spend a whole bunch of extra time. Not spend a whole bunch of extra time, you know? Alright. We want the entire torso, basically. This entire torso, and then we'll do pretty much all of the arm. This little bit in the elbow ditch will go gray eventually, and some of the little whirly bits will go silver, but for now it's just a matter of applying this stuff thickly and quickly as it is meant to be applied. That way it will do its stuff. What? I see fun things happening in the Discord and I can't check them. I'll just have to see it later. Which is also another prompt to call for folks coming and hanging out in the Discord. See the fun things happening, share your models. Good fun stuff. There are no visual differences between male and female herons. Interesting. Actually, very interesting. Usually birds have quite strong sexual dimorphism. Heron is a quality bird. What's your quality bird of choice, chat? What would you consider a quality bird? Spencer says, I found files for a full-size RPG-7. Should I? Full size? You might need to print it in different parts and then use solvents to weld your ABS together. At least it's what I'm imagining. Probably far too big to even print a significant chunk of it in one go. Although a full-size RPG-7 would be a really fun prop. And because you're printing one-to-one scale, you can start getting into some really fun weathering techniques to make it look really awesome. Oh, it's preset in parts. Okay. I got you some purple. Yeah, okay. RPG-7, yeah. Rocket propelled grenade. In messing with contrast paint too, but black Templar on the Timberwolves. Can't help it, y'all. I promise I don't have a speech impediment. And I'm not making fun of people that have speech impediments, but sometimes I say Timberwolves. Fuck. Alright. So, the way the hands are set up on this thing means I'm going to have to make a judgment call on how to stay true to the art. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make this whole missile tubey thing all the way down to the fist in the dark purple. Maybe not. We can probably get away with the separation of that panel line right there. So my point is moot. But in any case, we're hitting this thing hard and fast and loose, getting the purple on it, and we're going to go back in later. Let me not unlock my unlock pattern on stream. Yeah, we're going to go back in later and fill in the other colors. This purple's really strong and will be in danger of staining the other portions, so let's put it down first. And I'm realizing too that I did not learn my lesson from earlier and did not start with the deepest portions. Instead, I'm starting with the darkest color, which could backfire, but maybe not. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I hope that's half-ass in focus. It seems like it might be a difficult color to get the contrast on. I'm not seeing any serious holes in the color. And then we want the lower leg area. also in purple. And these are definitely going through the ugly phase with the contrast colors. But it's kind of how this stuff is meant to work. Apply it on quickly, thickly, let it do its work. Let it work its magic, sinking into the recesses and staining the raised edges as well. Shit is awesome. Saves so much time and effort. That is if you don't go back and edge highlight anyways. You know, like I've been doing. Alright, need a little more here. My eyelids are hating me again. Think I'm gonna gonna give to gravity and give them rest. Well, yes, please get some rest, Iron Elemental. Thank you as always for stopping by, sacrificing your body for the sake of the entertainment here. Always a blast. I also recognize that the initial episodes of painting a project can be a little dry, a little boring. We're base coating and priming today. Don't know if we're going at it again tomorrow or not, but we'll definitely be back on these on Monday for sure. There may be a stream tomorrow. I may take my Sunday to be quiet, hide from the world. Not sure yet. Zach P says, I think the missile would probably be better like Jetfires with the metallic color and have the big cannon done in metallic as well. Not show accurate, but probably be more mechy. I can do that. Heck, I could do a metallic and then do like a very light purple wash over top of the metallic and give a little bit of a metallic purplish sheen to the metallic colors. The technique I like to use on firearms in Infinity the game, I'll paint those in metallic and then I give them an all-over rinse of like a very, very light blue and then hit them on the lower half, just the lower half, with Nuln Oil. It creates a nice depth to it. Okay, so we got our base tone on Shockwave. Our fancy camera just refuses to focus, so y'all can stare at, nothing. We got the purple on that guy. That needs to dry fully. Iron Elemental coming in with a good night all. Good night, good sir. No launch tube. They work like a bottle rocket. The grenade launches. Yeah, exactly. Look at Seth Purple. Indeed. Zach P says maybe you could have the cannon's housing be. Oh, we just did that, right? Light purple and the tip of the barrel be. Okay. When invoke the craft. Yeah. We can make it happen. I'm gonna straddle the line between the art and mech. Shockwave is gonna actually need a lot of metallic to make it look like a mech, I think. Okay, who's next for a little bit of base coating? How about Megatron? Megatron G1 images. Megatron is like gray. He's just gray. He gray. But he needs to be more gray than Jetfire was. So I think the way we're going to achieve this is we're going to take our... Where is it? We're going to do our Apothecary White and then a single drop of Gravelord Gray in it. We're going to try to get a lighter gray, slightly lighter gray than we got on Grimlock here for the majority of the model. I think that's what we're aiming for. A bazooka, now that would be a different experience. Yeah, mix a drop of silver into the paint for the launcher, but basically, definitely base with black. Base with black on the metallics. I've been doing them the other way though. I've been painting them a bright silver and then doing a dark wash on them. Let's get this out of the way real quick. We need, I think y'all know what this cable means. It's not a rocket fire from the back end instead of the front. I see. You just did an impression of Nate when you read his comment? What? Really? If I did so, it wasn't intentional. Let's see. Can I get some bonus footage happening here? What if I come in here and then close that? What if I turn on desk cam, right? Turn on desk cam and then can I get Onilab in that? Can I get Onilab in that shot? Maybe not. I don't think so. Nope. I was trying for getting them both in there, but I can't. So we're not gonna do desk cam. I need a second boom arm to bring desk cam down, and then I can run Onilab from 2 different angles at the same time. Shake it Onilab. Big smile hearts. Lubrication wet. Something got censored and man covered in white goo. Woo horny lab. Yes. We got our thingamabobby here. And then we're gonna put it in the jobby. Oh yes. Oh yes. I know what you heathens want. A little bit of that. A rotational action. How about an encore session too? Get our Gravelord Gray. Oh. I'm sorry, I have too much fun with that. I have too much fun with it. God, gotta remember my TOS. They also load from behind, which is why Bazooka Team has a dude crash behind the guy with the... Yes, loading from behind into Onilab. Can easily make a 3D printed adapter to bring it down. KSS though. Oh, yes. About the camera. It's a really good idea. I'm going to look into that. Thank you, Spencer. Nightbot claims that gaming-related accidents increased by 26.5% during the 5 months of Pokemon Go being released. This included 2 deaths and $25.5 million in damage. That's a lot in damages. Now, I have seen the way people walk and not looking up from their phones, so I can absolutely believe that. I believe that there are idiots out there who and I know that's a blanket statement, but I also think if you injure yourself because you didn't look up from your phone while playing Pokemon Go, you're kind of an idiot. Damages. That'd be a good use for printing, save some bucks. Yeah. The wiggle is strong with this one. Yes. Alright. Let's do our... We're going to start with a whole bunch of Apothecary White, which is a very light gray, of course. And then we want a single drop of this really dark Gravelord Gray in it. And I think that ought to do it. Oh, the inky blackness taking that spot over concerns me. Let's see how bad it is. I think it should be fine. I think it's actually about the gray we want. The Apothecary White is actually a stronger pigment than the Gravelord Gray, but the Gravelord Gray is a very dark pigment. So it kind of balances itself out. No, that's fine. That looks just right. So I'm going to try a little bit different tact with Megatron. Much in the same vein as working with Purple Lad. We're just going to coat this guy entirely in this color right now. Just completely coat him. And then we'll go back and apply a coat of white again. We'll do another coat of white over parts we need a different color, and then hit them with the proper contrast tone. And the beauty of the contrast stuff here is I'm basically applying base color and like shadow one layer at the same time. It really makes it easy. Images, yes. Spencer says, living in Huntsville during the whole Pokemon Go start was wild. Could go to the park and hit some gyms. There'd be like 200 to 300 people playing in that same spot. That's insane. Yeah. At Bridge Street, there's a crowd of like 100 people walking end to end together doing gyms. That's awesome to see people actually being able to play it. Small town Pokemon Go, not a good thing. I believe Pokemon Go, there's a gym that is in distance of my apartment. So if I still did that, I could just sit at home and do the thing. Okay, I'm seeing some supports that need to get removed. Some support nubs. Let's pop that one off. A little bit here. There we go. There's one right here. Is that it? There we go. And I think because we're going gray, I don't think these little holes in the primer are going to make too much of a difference. And if they do, what we'll do to fix them is to just hit these spots in a more targeted fashion when we move on to the chipping. Because these guys are going to get a little weathered. You're going to get a little bit of battle damage on them. Not much, just enough to nick up the tips and make them look like they've seen a little action, you know. They're seasoned mech veterans. These guys are going to be on rubble bases after all, so they've seen combat. These are not fresh, pristine lads. These are men fighting the war of their people. Yeah, don't forget those support nubs like I did. Yeah, no, I mean, you remove all those support nubs and you're still going to find them. Yes. I did kind of target you and zoomed in on your support nub on stream. Showed your support nub to everybody. I do like a good support nub, though. It is quite titillating. Gets me almost as worked up as Onilab does. And actually, the Onilab thing, it's all business for me, baby. She don't do it for me. It's for y'all. Shaking it for the camera. The love of the voyeurism. She do it because she can. Hey, and just because I'm using the term she, don't you dare assume Onilab's gender. How dare you misgender Onilab? Shame, shame, shame. Oh, it's so silly. What the hell happened to this channel? This used to be a wholesome place. I blame chat. I left my nubs in and decided to call them greeblies. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. A little bit of extra surface texture. Plus, like, it's just like taking macro photography of your models too. Like, if you get hung up over those little tiny details, you're already doing it wrong. Just a little bit of suspension of disbelief, you know? These are models. These are representational figures. They ain't got to be perfect. I ain't doing this to win no dang old awards. Though, we could do, speaking of awards, we could do an award ceremony. We could do a competition for an OniLab MX Mini. We could do a painting competition for OniLab. Maybe even my OniLab. I don't know. Talk me into it, chat. What base color is that? It is about 4 drops of Apothecary White and a single drop of Grey Lord Grey. So it's a little bit of contrast paint, a little bit of speed paint. This label came off, unfortunately, but that's Apothecary White. Also, let me take a moment. Apothecary White, add this to your collection. If you don't have this in your collection, add this to your collection. This is the secret to white. My Tukia Day mechs are just this color. It is white primer, Apothecary White, a light white dry brush, and then some sponge chipping and oil washing. Done. White model's done. That's all it takes. Okay, what am I looking for? Starscream G1. Starscream G1. Oh, this one's a fun. That's a complicated one. There's a lot of colors on that. Here, let me try to angle it so the light's not blasting it. A lot of colors on that. I don't know how I feel about how many colors are on that. Kind of wasn't expecting Starscream to be the most complicated one. Where are we sitting at time-wise? Starscream might have to be the last one. Okay, 1 hour 45, not too bad. Let's do Soundwave first. Soundwave G1. Soundwave G1. Here we go. I just want the art, brother. Yeah, Soundwave much simpler. Some grays, some blues. We're going to go with the blues first. Easy. We'll do Soundwave and then the little lads, and then we'll jump into Starscream because it's a little more complicated. Nah, I need to keep OniLab where it is. You're right. You're right, Jason Smith. We'll do it for we'll do some kind of competition. You know what? Titania Day, May 22nd. Submit your try-hard pinup to be featured in the Titania Day. We'll do a live premiere of the Titania video. We'll do a vote, and I'll give away an MX Mini shipped to your door. Zach P says that white is awesome. My Mercs and Star Wars Legion clones use that. Great for painting good white. Yeah, it's incredible, right? Like, I know I've told the story before, but I am a hater, or have been a hater, on contrast paints. I thought it was really lazy. Like, really, like, giving a bad name to traditional painting, to layered painting. And then I bought a bottle of Apothecary White, and it completely changed the game for me. And now I'm not only a believer in contrast colors, but I know that they do really fun stuff through the airbrush too. All right. OniLab about to put in some more work for us. Not even in a sexual way. This is all business, baby. Oh yeah. Oh well, we can make this part. Oh yeah. Spencer says Soundwave is a really pleasing color scheme. I agree. I agree. Absolutely. Thank you, Onilab. Doing the good work for us. Shake it. Shake it. God, I'm a creep, y'all. Yeah, a little bit of a creep. When you exercise, the burned fat metabolizes to become carbon dioxide, water, and energy, meaning you exhale the fat that you lose. How much filament did your helmet use again? Like 1.75 kilograms. Two rolls got 75% used, and I had a half roll to start with. So 2 kilograms. Okay, I need to fill my coffee. We're gonna listen to this Ava Low for a second. Y'all can see my messy abode. This is the track I gotta play when Onilab's on the screen, right? Like, this is the one. This one's fucking filthy. A filthy fucking song. The thing is like 5 pounds? No, it's it used a lot in supports as well. Use a lot of supports. I have the sliced files if you'd like them. I can send them over. I had to. It's massive. It was 8 parts. Yeah. Yes. We're gonna get really weird with this Dragon Lady video, I think. Just like really weird with it. Gonna play the scene of Onilab heating up and then popping, and have Ava Low singing Come With Me. Yes. Yes. Leaning very hard into the creep. Comstar Knight 36 says, can testify to Apothecary White. Have a Comstar Lance with it, but glazed it in pearlescent paint after it. That's a really good idea. Shit, I have a mech handy. I have a fun mech handy. Where's he at? He's right here somewhere. There he is. Here we go. Shit, I'm tethered to the computer at the moment. I know I have some examples here. All right. Here we go. Friedrich Hillenbrand in his Zeus command mech. Let's see. Can y'all see that? Is it focusing on it? Yeah, decently. My little hand-sculpted motorcycle and truck on the base there. This is just Apothecary White. Just straight up Apothecary White over a white primer, and then I put some, like... Let me get a pointing implement here. I put some edge highlights, like here and here, and a little bit there, like focused it around here, and that's it. And then the dry brushing for the tiger stripes, and then black over top. We also got I haven't painted the banner yet. We got Jose Perez in his Banshee BNC 3E. Same deal. This is just straight up apothecary white, and I don't know if it's really showing up, but there's just like a few edge highlights here and there. A little bit on the head, a little bit here, just anywhere the focal points are. Perfect. And if you're going Arcturan Guards or Comstar or any of that, it's perfect. And here's Joffrey Ord in his Urban Mech. I don't even think this has edge highlights on it. I'm pretty sure that this is just straight apothecary white. If it would focus. Damn, focus, brother. Yeah, there we go. That is just straight apothecary white. And then you do the fun little details. A little bit of metallics, a little bit of tiger stripes. Good color. Big recommend. I have yet to find one that works as well. And I am not a shill for GW. I actively encourage people to not go GW, but apothecary white, you want that in your collection. Truck and motorcycle are cute. Yeah, lol, that's funny. Yes. Yes, indeed. Anytime I do like green stuff work and I have a little bit extra, I'll sculpt a little car. Here's another one with just a paper clip for a light pole that's been knocked down onto it. I also don't want to focus. Yeah, 15th Arcturans. Is it 15th? Yeah, 15th Arcturans were my first army. All right, so we're gonna do the same approach here for Soundwave. We're just gonna hit this with blue in a slapdash, heavy-handed fashion where it's supposed to be blue. And then we'll worry about the other colors later. It's much easier to just, we'll try to be careful here and clean, but it's going to be easier to go back in and paint a little bit of white over top of spots that we spilled over than to try and like not hit and not stain the other colors with the blue. Just lessons in efficiency that we've picked up from the last set. And it looks like Captain's Radio Man is going to be mostly blue. The feet are going to stay gray. The front of the legs are going to stay gray. The thighs and the forearms. But else we're gonna slop this blue over most of the model. And yeah, we'll do a little cleanup and then the edge work. And by the time we're done with an edging episode for the Deceptitrons, then we'll be able to do a full spread of I want to do the ink wash episode. I think it'll be really useful. The oil wash episode, which is going to take a little prep to do correctly, unfortunately. And then we have one more big model to paint for this set. We have a super heavy, which will be about like a military drab style color and magnetization and a bunch of fun stuff involved. Okay, yeah, blue. It's actually maybe a little bit too bright of a blue, but I think that'll get tamped down when we hit it with the oil wash. We want upper arms, not the forearms. It's okay if we get a little bit on there, like right here, like whatever. We're gonna go back and clean that up. Remember, every model goes through an ugly period. People thought the ugly duckling was ugly, and then it turned out to be an ugly ass swan and not even a duck. Alright, Soundwave. Soundwave was a true homie to Megatron. Like, are the Decepticons really, like, that bad? Are they? Are they really that bad? They just want to kill everybody, you know? Speeding folks along to that end that we all meet. What's so wrong about that? Okay. Let's get these side flappy things. I think we'll do all the flappy armor here in blue. And then we'll go back in and get the gray underneath. Again, like, we could be super careful here, but I think it's going to be easier in the long run to not worry so much right now and instead go back and fix the overspill. It's better to work fast and get this speed paint on in a solid coat and let it work its magic. Instead of worrying about trying to be super clean about it. What track is this? Pirate TV by Razor. I don't think we've heard this one yet. My model color brings all the Onis to the yard. Damn right. It's better than GW's. I think we got to make a decision here, and our knee plates are indeed going to go blue, because Soundwave has like a gray detail mid-leg right here. So to accomplish that, I think when this coat dries, we're going to do that little piece right there in gray. I just splattered myself with blue paint. Making a dang old mess here. Dang old. Yeah, ew, swans are just goose that don't like color. Yeah. I stayed out in Concord for a while here in California, and was crashing with a buddy of mine for a while at his apartment, and right across the street from his apartment complex was this park, this little park around a man-made lake, a really big pond. You couldn't really call it a lake, but it was a lake. Really, really big pond. And I'd go down there and feed the geese, and I enjoyed that a lot. Enjoyed that quite a bit. It was wild. It's like a permanent population of Canada geese. And there was one oriental goose. I don't know what they're called. I think they've got a different name now because Oriental is like associated with hate speech or whatever. But I know them as Oriental geese. But they have like the big lump on their beak, and that goose ended up breeding a whole bunch of the Canada geese, and they had hybrids, and they were really funny looking. Like the colors weren't quite right. They had weird stripes. It was fun stuff. Okay, so we need to paint the little fellers for Soundwave. And I don't really know who they are. Who am I looking for? I know Laserbeak. We can start with Laserbeak. Laserbeak. G1. Laserbeak. Accessory character. Laserbeak. That is not good art. I may need to pull up the Fiverr page and get the references. Excuse me for a second, y'all. All right. Those are the... Where's my reference material? Okay, here we go. We're looking for... Oh no, it's going to be in the chat. I'm just going to have to dig for this. I gotta dig for this, y'all. I gotta dig for it. I gotta dig for it. Here we go. We'll start with this lad. We'll start with this lad because it's going to be nice and easy to do. And I think the way we're going to accomplish this is with a similar schema to what we did with Megatron. So we're going to start with a little bit of apothecary white. Excuse me. Actually, a whole bunch of it, because I'm pretty sure Starscream has got some gray on him. We'll do a whole bunch of apothecary white. We're going to take a drop of Gravelord gray in it. Cat is ravaged, the other two are Rumble and Frenzy. Thank you. I couldn't remember the names of the other two. I don't know these characters. I know they're beloved, but I don't know them. Alright, let's make a mixture here. Nice mid gray. A little bit darker than apothecary. And I just inadvertently mixed a tiny bit of blue into it, which will be fine because blue is not too far off of a gray tone. And we're going to take a smaller brush. Let's do our 2 round, which needs to be cleaned with alcohol real quick because it is crusty. Take this here, take a little capful and just run our brush through there for a minute. Who dis? Who dis? ELFL's Mega Woman 4. It's the 4th installment of the gender fluid Rockman. Okay, here we go. I just licked isopropyl alcohol off the tip of my brush. Some little slurp action for y'all. Alright, so we're going to take our Ravage here while we have this gray out, and we're going to put it where the gray is going to go, which is just going to be the legs. So I'm going to quickly hit those. And I think on these little lads, the contrast may do just most of the work anyways, without having to worry about too much highlighting or any of that, because they're just so small. Just want the color on them. Now, I don't know how accurate these sizes are to the mechs, to the Transformers proper. I assume they're a little small, but they are battle armor sized and not proto-mech sized. And that is kind of splitting the difference between realism or like accuracy to the show as well as gameplay ability. This one is going to be basically a bass accent for Soundwave, so it's not going to get its own bass or anything. And then the 2 humanoids are going to be a base, and I think they're just the right size to represent a full squad of battle armor, which would be 4. I believe there's 4 in a squad for Inner Sphere. 5 if it's Clan, or 6 if it's Comstar. Alright, there we go. There's 1. The cassette bots are basically human size, so battle armor works pretty well. Okay. Yeah, no, I think you got a really good idea with them. Okay, so our humanoids are kind of, it's a darker gray, and then this bluey purpley tone. That's going to be a fun one. I'm going to have to mix that one custom, I think. But where is that shot of Laserbeak? Pretty sure Laserbeak has some gray on it too. Yeah, that lighter gray color. Let's try and replicate that. Although we're doing like an interpretive thing here, I think the way we can do this, I think the best way to do this is going to be, we'll make the jump pack gray because it's got like this thing here with the fins and the boosters, and then we can paint the wings. So it's got these wings here on the arms. Oh my god, I glued that to the thing. We got these wings here that we'll also do in the light gray, and we can do the arms and like the face in the dark like black gray, and most of the body in red. And I think that'll sell the effect we're going for, because Laserbeak has this like double tone going on here. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. And we can turn the vent itself metallic later to get a little variation there. And for that, I think this color is going to work fabulously. Let's just hit these wings. Let's hit these wings with the gray. And then the booster pack with the gray as well. I know this is a very small model, so I'm not going to worry too much about trying to get the thing to focus on it. You know, I know these streams are long and there's many hours going into these models, but for what it's worth, you had your own versions of these models, which link in the description down below. I guess I should also link the battle armors, which I'll do. I'll do at some point. As soon as I can remember to get to it. You should be able to follow along and get similar results here. Probably, I mean, it's long content, but probably easier than trying to follow one of my videos and paint something that way. Okay, that's all the gray that one gets. I almost dipped my paintbrush in my coffee right now. That would have been hilarious, and I should do it just for fun now. Okay, next up, we're going to do Starscream, who's also got some gray. How do I... There we go. Pull this up. That's the pinup art. This is the Shitfire. I'm just going to have to look it up. I'm looking up Starscream, right? Starscream G1. Pal, this is the image we want. Alright, we're looking at most of the legs. I'm not really 100% sure how we're going to interpret the wings. I think we're just going to ignore that fact. Excuse me. So we'll do the upper arms, and we'll do maybe these booster assemblies with like a gray base. No, I think that'll be too busy. So what we'll do is right now we're going to hit the legs entirely with gray. We're going to hit the middle of the torso and then the sides of the torso here. Yeah. So what we're going to end up with to kind of match the color scheme, I think, is we're going to get these red shoulders here and there with the plate boundary right here, dividing gray and red. And then he's got like the belly, like the midriff going on with gray. So we'll wrap the gray around the sides here too. So it'll be the sides and up the middle. And then he get the superhero panties going on, just like Optimus and Grimlock, which will look great. And then we can do the legs in gray. So while we have the gray ready, let's do that. I don't know about y'all, But I love wearing my superhero panties. Makes me feel powerful. On Starscream, you can ignore the orange color. I don't think the orange would look good. Like the cockpit? I don't think I have a spot for the cockpit. Well, you know, I could. When I get to that point, I'll paint up the option and let you decide, and then we'll repaint it if you don't like it. But I think we have this little divot right here in the middle of the chest that I could paint up in orange lens jeweling. And I think that would actually look really good. And then if it doesn't, we can just hit it with the gray over top of it. So, not arguing with your decision so much is going to give you the option of both. And you can make a decision then. Yeah. Okay, so we've set this idea of painting the darker colors on first. So I should have done the red here, honestly, but we've mixed the gray and we're going to work with the gray. That's what we're going to do. Gonna get this gray on there. Where are we sitting at time-wise? Am I making good time this time? I don't think I am. I think I'm working slow as always. 2 hours and 14 minutes ain't too bad. I think maybe I can mix the custom color for the little lad. And that might put us close to the edge. We'll see. Here, let's put this on the handle. See if that'll focus. I hope it will. Looking forward to see how that turns out. Yeah. I'll give you the option. I think it's better to have the option than just make a blanket decision on something like that. Because I think you could be right. It might look like crap, but I think it could potentially look really good and true to the art. Starscream is kind of a busy paint scheme, but it's fine. We'll make it work. As accurate as we can make it, at least. And for any of you out there in chat who are interested in picking up your own commission, or if you're finding this via the algorithm after the fact, check out my page over on fiverr.com/Thurston Studios. That's THURSTON Thurston Studios. My last name Studios. You can check out the things I have on offer over there. They're Battletech related, but I also do custom commissions. So if you have an inquiry, if you'd like to know what something might run you, if you want to try to work out a deal with me and get something painted in your budget range, shoot me an inquiry. Never hurts. And of course, check us out on the Discord. Come on by. Don't ever hesitate to @ me directly. Shoot me a message. If I'm busy, I'll let you know I'm busy. You know? I love chatting with folks and communicating. So hit me up. Hit me up. Also, I want to see your paint jobs. Like, straight up. I don't care how good or bad they are. I want to see your paint job. Come on over to Discord. Show me your paint jobs. All right, so I can't see. It doesn't look like Starscream actually has like full feet. He's got like front feet and then these like big heel things on the back. So I think we're gonna have to get a little interpretive, and we're just gonna do his double feet in the blue, because it is a Phoenix Hawk detail more so than a Transformers one. Yeah. Also, if you like the content you see here on Country Fried Minis and want to provide some financial support to the community, to me to support the community, to feed back into production costs, keep the lights on, buy more paints, buy more kits, all that good stuff. The most cost-effective way you can do that, beyond dropping super chats in here to have silly text-to-speech, would be to join up as a Country Fried Biscuit channel member here on YouTube. For as little as $1 a month, you can have access to a fun little badge next to your name, biscuit-based emojis, as well as priority consideration for community streamed events. I'll also occasionally post some members-only content, but that admittedly will be limited. I want everybody to have content. This is a place for everybody. All right, so we got some gray down. I think I'm happy with that. It looks good. It's the right tone. It's like a light gray. It's a little darker than the apothecary white is standard. We have a little bit needs touching up there and there. I think I'm going to feed some in the back here, but we're going to do that bit in red. Yeah, we're going to do this in gray and that in red. All right, let's set aside Mr. Starscreamer to dry. And I think what we're going to do now is put in a little more Gravelord gray and darken down the gray to work on the kitty cat. And did Laserbeak also have a dark gray color? Tom Garside coming in saying, what are other people working on? We're painting some flagellates for Mordheim. Ooh, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, please, by all means, if you're a Discord user, feel free to come on over to the community and drop it in the chat somewhere. We'd love to see it. That sounds really fun. Mordheim models always struck me as really fun. Howdy, that Starscream? It is indeed Starscream. We just did the gray on him. A mixture of apothecary white and a single drop of Gravelord gray. And at this point, I'm digging up my reference material for Ravage. Is that the name? Ravage the cat? Images. Ravage G1 art. Yep, that's it right there. We want to get this dark gray color now. And I think this dark gray kind of matches the same color we're going for with the little lad. I can't remember his damn name. God, why won't this stick in my brain? Downwave homies. Fuck. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know Transformers. I don't know Transformers. I wish I did. They're cool, but I don't know the characters. Okay, this guy. Vomit-inducing camo on a mercenary mech company. Yeah, another Nate has been working on some crazy art. Been really enjoying it. Ravage is the panther. Frenzy's the black and red dude. Rumble is the purple one. That purple's a weird color. I think I'm gonna have to do like a mix of our Magos purple and a little bit of the High Lord blue. That's what I'm thinking. Occultist Cloak from the 2.0 line would probably do that dark gray really well. I think what I'm gonna try here is go the reverse order. We're going to do the reverse order from what we did before, which is like 75% apothecary white with a drop of the Gravelord gray. So I think what I'm going to do is put out a whole bunch of the Gravelord gray this time, and then we're going to put in the apothecary white. We'll just use this paint right here, get our trusty 6 mixing brush, and just put some in there. Maybe 3 dollops, perhaps. I don't want it to be too light. I don't want it to be as dark as just the straight up Gravelord gray, but I don't know if y'all can tell. You probably can't because of reflection. But this Apothecary White is a really intensely strong pigment. And it actually overwhelms the Gravelord Gray really fast. It's very surprising. Hopefully that's enough paint there. We can work on it. Nightbot coming forward with another factoid for y'all this evening, claiming that in 18th century England, having a pineapple was a symbol of wealth because of high import fees. It would be used as displays instead of being eaten. You know, that seems like another Nightbot half-truth. I'm kind of imagining that you really struggled to grow pineapples to completion in 18th century England. Am I wrong about that? Did they not need like some kind of heat? Okay. So our kitty cat is going to get the test bed for our nice dark. Yeah, perfect. That is perfection. It's not like the black gray that you get from the Gravelord Gray in itself. I would dare say that Gravelord Gray from the 1.0 line is just straight up black, really. But that looks really nice. It is a much darker color, and then when we ink wash this later, it's only going to deepen the contrast between them. It's going to look really good. And of course, this is a small dude. Little small feller. He ain't got much area to be painted on anyways. Get this kitty cat all grayed out. Honestly, I almost feel like I could put like another half drop in here. I said perfect, but I could stand for it to be a little darker. I'm going to, before I get too far. Do another drop in there. We can go back over what's already been done. And people rented them to show off how fancy they were, yeah. Total truth, all imported. Yeah. Can't grow pineapples in England, no way. Not in 18th century. I mean, like, you get a pretty sophisticated greenhouse with 18th century tech, but like, I'm kind of imagining the glass wouldn't be super great. I just made the same fucking color again. God, I'm dumb. I made it too dark, and then I put in more Apothecary White, and I just made the same. I did the same color again. What I really needed was about a half drop of this color in there. There we go. I am a dummy, y'all. I am indeed a big old dum-dum. And that's okay. It's okay to be stupid. You ain't gotta be smart at all times. Sometimes a little dumbness is exactly what you need to learn the lessons so that you grow as an artist and as a person. Alright. Can y'all even see like what's going on here? It's so little. This is an adorable, absolutely adorable battle armor, by the way. I need to look into them and maybe add some to my Battletech list. Boy, it's fun. Let's try and thread the needle and get a little bit up underneath these. I'm going to have to take him off the... or just rotate it. Here we go. Trying to thread some up underneath these rocket launchers. Get that belly. Get his little belly. Look at him, he's a kitty cat. Okay, there we go. Got the two-tone gray going on. I think that looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. Now we need to make an executive decision about the two lads. Frenzy is the black and red, Rumble is the purple one. So All right. In my mind, Frenzy speaks to this one because it's kind of Naruto running for it in a frenzy, if you will. And Rumble's ready to battle, so he's got the fucking arm down, the gun down, and shooting. Excuse my French. I try not to drop so many F-bombs in here, but we're all adults. I mean, you kind of gotta be to hang out here, anyways. We gotta not the kids table section in the Discord. We put paint bottles in our wobbly pink mound here. CFM is mildly family friendly. Frenzy's the black and red. Okay. Frenzy. It's a time attack. Oh no, you want to add animal thing battle armor to Battletech? Well, the Barak exists. Yeah. There's also the Fenrir and the Sloth and the Rottweiler. There's a whole bunch of them. All right, let's get this little lad some gray vestments. Head is gray. Head's gonna be gray. The whole body is gonna be gray, basically. Just boom, the whole thing. We'll do that. He's got a gray pelvis, so let's do that as well. The arms are partially gray, so we're just gonna do the forearms, the top of the forearms. I guess it's the whole forearm. We'll do the hands in red and then the upper arms in red as well. It's a time attack. Bringing it back. It's a time attack. All right. Yes. All right. We want the chest now in gray. And we're going to push that gray all the way up to the gun mount. But we're going to do the gun in silver. Very small little lad. I hope y'all can see that decently. If not, there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I actually really love these battle armors. I think I'm going to add all of them to my collection. The Lyrans have a bunch of animal-themed quad BAs and mechs. Could run a whole list of Lyran animal units. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. It'd be fun. Now, what I'm interested in here about this guy, can we somehow get the red and the blue on these tiny little legs? I think I can. And for what it's worth, let me go out on a limb here and speak to the way my commissions usually go. And advice to y'all if any of y'all want to get into commission painting on like Fiverr or something. Generally, what you want to do is have your commission set up as rank painting and not have a whole bunch of individual paint jobs. What I'm doing right now is utter lunacy and adds a whole lot of production time to your schedule. But that said, don't let concerns about profitable endeavors get in the way of having fun with a commission. I also generally find that for the most part, if you're enjoying a piece or you're try-harding on it and you want to push it a little further, I find that clients are usually pretty receptive to asking for a little more time. And Fiverr has a great system for doing that. I'm not saying plan to do that. If anything, get your work done early. But yeah, best advice I can give is try to be clear about the way rank painting works, and remember that painting 4 or even 8 mechs in a single color is faster than painting 2 in individualized color schemes. Okay, who else is getting this gray? Who's a good candidate for it? Does Starscream have a dark gray color? What is our time looking like? Let's try to manage this time. 2 hours and 32 minutes. We got a half hour. Let's look at Starscream G1 again. Starscream does have a little bit of dark gray on the head. We're going to do that right now. So let's do that. And he's got like a purple face going on. I have a little piece of fuzz stuck on his neck. Get rid of that. Come on, man. Come on, man. There we go. Get that face or the head covering in our darker gray. You know what? I don't think it's dark enough for this model. So let's bring that down with a little tap water. Or our dirty paint water, actually. It's not tap water. Let's remove some of that. Grab our 6 brush again and pull as much of that off as we can. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into our gray mixture and I'm going to put another drop of Gravelord Gray into it. Let's darken it up. Because I think Megatron also has some dark gray going on and it should be dark. I think we want more of a profound effect on the bigger lads than the small boys. Shit. I just realized we need to do Laserbeak first before I switch out and darken that color. So I'm going to try to grab from the edge here. Laserbeak gets the black head. Or you know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it the darker color. Laserbeak is considerably darker. Let's grab a little bit more of that. Mix it back in. Get our Gravelord Gray going. Alright. It's fine. Who are we working on? Starscream. Look out, Megatron. I'm gonna kick you in the ass. It's kind of a shitbag. Always scheming. Absolutely poised to usurp the throne. First chance he got. Starscream, not a bro. Cool model though. Really cool model. This is that never-ending story type song, ain't it? This one's almost got that like lullaby effect going on. And actually, I've had enough of it. We're getting rid of it right now. What is this called? This is Rizco's Space Days. We're going into paintstream. We're going into music. We're scrolling down to S for... How is this in there twice? Oh my god, there's so many songs that are in there twice somehow. God, I'm gonna have to... What the hell was I doing? I've forgotten what I was doing. Space Days, Rizco, delete. 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 It's in the recycle bin. It will not come up again. No more never-ending story lullabies. It's not the energy we want here. We want Oni Lab energy, that frantic, pulsating pink mound, shaking up our paint bottle until it bursts. Like a happy and moist finish here. I mean, what? It's Space Days by Rishko. Yeah, it's gone now. It's gone now is what it is. Excuse me. Where are we sitting at? 2 hours 37 minutes. We're pushing it. We're getting the rest done here. All right. Our lad, our laser beak, has a black head. We're using our 2 brush, which is probably a little big for this, but it's fine. I'm going to put on this Gravelord Gray. Slightly lighter than Gravelord Gray, actually. And pretty sure... Alright. So Laserbeak has Dark Feet 2. It's Dark Vulture Feet. So we're going to do the legs. We're going to do the legs and the upper arms in this dark color. Right here. Basically just the limbs. We're going to do something a little different with the claws. I like this track too. Man, is it wild how I just like throw one of the not working songs in the trash and the energy immediately picks up and feels better? I like when that happens. Feels good to throw offending things in the garbage. I'm not saying it's a bad song. Excuse me, just a little low energy for my tastes. All right, let's get our dark gray down. Get this laser beak happening. Looking good, looking all right. Coming along. Pump the energy back up. Also want to point out once more, I see 10 plus in the chat. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out and checking out what's going on here in the bullshit corner here on Countrified Minis. It's really, as always, like super humbling that folks stop on by and see what's going on. We have fun here, but we also do a lot of not getting stuff done too. So it's always a blast to see y'all swinging through and improving the experience of not getting stuff done. It is well appreciated. Thank y'all so much for taking time out of your day to come and hang out with little old me. It's funny because I'm not little, but I am old. Alright, so who's next? We're looking at Megatron. Megatron G1. Oh, interesting. So Megatron has dark gray, but also just straight black on him. Interesting. So we're just going to do the legs right now, and that's it. Alright, let's do that. Get him in our grippy handle, and then everything but the foot. Everything but the front of the foot is going to get this darker color. I like this track too. I like this one a lot. Alright, I think I actually need to do a little bit more Gravelord Gray because we're going to run out of paint. So we're going to do 3 drops there, and then we're going to scoop one more of those and put this back in. Actually, maybe another half. We want it a little lighter than Gravelord Gray, but not too light. So we also want this to kind of overpower the apothecary white type mixture we already have down. I'm just gonna spread it all over them legs. Everything but the front of the foot. And heck, he's even got this little detail here that's kind of perfect. Excellent. We'll get the heel in dark too. And we're actually using a 4-round to do this. So it's a nice big brush with a fat belly, holds a lot of paint. It's a good thing to attack these with, since the big belly means you don't have to dip it so often and refill things. Alright, here we go, making headway. Excellent, excellent. Alright, same on the other side. Coat this boy's legs. Get him dark gray. And I think we might have enough time to do the black next too, while I'm at it. Another Nate says, unlike calling my father objectively bad. So yeah, that one was bad. That one was objectively bad, you're right. I could see a place for that song in like the right scene setting, but like for these streams, absolutely not. And heck, even this track, this is a little slow pace, but I kind of like the vibe of it. I'm also seeing that the album art didn't transfer over for this one correctly. I need to make a mental note of that and immediately forget it when I get up from the stream. Oh yeah, this is why I kept this track. It's a little slow, but should this one be in rotation though? It's also starting. This isn't the starting soon track. No, this ain't the starting soon track. What is the starting soon track? Starting soon is properties is Wellmess Beyond Elysium, OTE Rain Checking, and Rockin' for Decades Scream Out Fire. The start and stream, at least on the paint stream, is a little more like rock feeling. Trying to think, what is the start? This isn't the one for the workflow stream, but it's kind of close to it. I can't remember off top what that one was. No, that's gonna bug me too. All right, we got Megatron's cloppers in dark gray. All right, what else can we get done in the next 14 minutes? I think the black is where we're at. I think we just want straight black, which is, what's it called? Black Legion. There it is. First one I picked up. And actually, you know what? It's almost the end of the stream. We got to do it one more time. Just one more for y'all. One more for y'all. One more for y'all. And then we find the back. Jam our power port with the plug. Get our Black Legion, you know, get a good shake, give it a listen. You will now unforget album art. Yeah, exactly. Lisboa was the name of it. I'm gonna try to remember it. And then we punch it down. get some of that audio for y'all. I hope that's coming through the mic. I'm seeing my face on the camera here, and my mustache is looking quite unruly today. I was once told by a man in a bar in San Francisco that I had the worst mustache in the world. I'll take that. Yes, I will. He's smelling Oni laughing. No, I did not smell Oni laughing. I just had to get close because the mic. I guess I could have took the headset off. You know. Maybe I was smelling Oni laughing. Maybe I was smelling it. Sometimes I like that funk. You gonna shame me for that? Okay. All right. We want a little bit of Black Legion. A little bit of Black Legion, and we're just gonna go straight black on the few black parts on Megatron, not to be confused with the Metabots or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay. I guess, or the Kamen Rider, but I am okay with Kuroshi Rider. Give the old courtesy sniff. Yeah, well, I mean, that funk sometimes is the good stuff. Like, it might make you feel icky to think about it, but like, when your animal brain catches a whiff of that funk stank, it do something. It do something deep in the lizard brain. The fuck happened to my channel? What is this? When did we become this? I know when it happened. I know exactly when it happened. It's when the voice in my head said, I put an egg in your basket, Chansey. From under. If it smells off, you shouldn't mix your paint in it. Yeah. It was always like this. It's you who's changed. I'm blaming the Nates. No. It's absolutely it's Oni Lab's fault. It's Oni Lab's fault. Through and through. It has awakened something in all of us. Something I'm not proud of, but I'm proud to be a part of. Okay. I just got a lot of overspill with the black there, and that really kind of sucks. I'm afraid if I try to clean it up, it's just going to make the mess worse. So I'm going to let it lie. I'm going to let it lie, and I'll try to clean it up later. Because this is a very dark color, and it's a contrast paint, so if it gets on any surface, it's going to stain it. I'm just going to let that overspill sit and clean it up later. That one was a little cleaner. What else? We do his gun. Do his scope gun, because you shoot out of the optics, right? That's where the laser comes from. All right, fill that in with black, and then he's got black pants on. He's got black shorts on, I should say. But because it's a mech with, he's just getting the black Speedo going on. He's just gonna get the black Speedo situation. I hope that's decently in focus too. I've tried to ensure that it is by using the 90-degree field of view in the zoom instead of the 65-degree, which seems to not focus as well. It's almost like the field of view changes, but the focal point is still, or the focusing point is still based on the whole image. So you're not actually seeing the contrast that it's using for the focusing. I think it was a joint effort. Yeah, we showed up at the same time, right about Canopy and Hunchback. Yeah, exactly. It was Canopy and Hunchback. And yep. Actually, that marked a really, I agree. That was a turning point for this silly little channel. Started making some connections. Started having fun. The community really grew from it. It was a blast. And she sits right up there. I'm proud for the experience. I wish I would have done it in resin, but you know, you grow and learn. I think I'm in the Neuro Helmet wave. Neuro Helmet first appearance was in the shorts and then came in for the Battle for Tukia Day. That was all a prop for Tukia Day. Yeah. Where are we sitting at time-wise? 2:54? Can I mix a purple fast enough to hit this little lad? Can I mix a purple fast enough to hit this little lad? Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Chat. Pull up the reference material. Where's he at? Okay. So there's a blue and a purple thing going on. So let's see if we can't, inside of like 3 minutes, we're going to grab a little bit of Magos purple. Here, let me try to get that in frame where y'all can see it. We're going to grab our Magos purple, and I'm getting gray in it. My brush was soiled with another color. I'm going to grab a little bit of our Magos purple. Set it over here. Magos purple. It's still doing something weird. There's still a weird color in that. I think my brush is just forked. There we go. A little bit of Magos purple. Oh, it's the silver leaching into it. Okay. Magos purple. Not sure when I showed up, just been lurking forever. I was talking participation. I started watching a few months before that. Got you. Let's grab our Highlord blue. We're going to mix purple and blue, and that blue instantly overpowered our Magos purple. So what we're going to do then is we're going to try to dribble, precision dribble some Magos purple into that blue. There we go. We're going to give it a good stir. Stir in the pot. And I think it's still a little dark. Let's just pull a whole bunch of purple into it. I think that's about as good as that's going to get. Yeah. Let's do that weird, funky purple. And paint this boy in the next 2 minutes. And then call the stream on time. Alright. We'll grab our funky purple, and we're going to do the same treatment as the other feller, which is just head and shoulders and knees and toes. Knees and toes. Alright. Head and shoulders. head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. You know, I said it was too dark. It's actually not too dark at all. It may not even be dark enough. So I'm going to double down with the more blue of the bit. All right, torso, head, upper shoulders, torso, mostly torso here. Torso, and then we're going to do the forearms, zippy-doo, speed paint. And then we're going to do the lower legs. We'll do the lower legs. We'll try to do this before we run out of time and actually end on time tonight. Yes, that'll be good. I like when it ends on time. Boy, there we go. There we go. I mean, we're not done base coating everything tonight, unfortunately. I wish it were the case. But let's do a recap with our last 90 seconds here. Shockwave has his first purple coat. We still need to do the secondary color and then the light purple in here. Should be a breeze. Shockwave has his foundational blues going on. We need to get the yellows and the grays on him. Starscream has the dark gray and the light gray. He still needs his red, a little bit of orange in the center. Should be trivial. Megatron has 3 tones in gray, so he's got some ancillary colors going on. We got our 2 little lads, gray and purple, looking all right. Actually, this one is missing a little bit. I missed a spot. We'll fix that. Bam. There we go. Laserbeak has 2 tones of gray, so also needs some red. And our little kitty cat, I think, is basically done. We'll do a little highlighting, a little extra work on it. Looking good. We're making progress. Right as we're closing out the night, Nightbot claiming to come on over to the Countrified Discord and share your work. Perfect timing, Nightbot. There's a link there that should work fine and dandy. It's also in the description down below. So come on over, share your work. We'd love to see it. We'd love to host you. If you post your work in the Discord during a night we're doing a workflow session, you'll also get shown on the stream. We can talk about your work live in chat for everybody to see. Again, I'm not going to get in the habit of running past 3 hours. I think I'd rather do more streams than longer streams. I think that's the way. And right now, in this moment, I'm making a decision to, if any of y'all out there are Games of Berkeley folks, I don't think I'm going to make it down tomorrow. For one, I'm busy. I need to paint. I need to edit. So we're going to stream tomorrow. We're going to do another session of Decepticons tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. PST, same time, same place. We're going to finish these base coats, start edging. Sorry, y'all. I'll see you next month. Also, it's going to rain. I don't want to drive in the rain. That really sucks. So, big letdown to y'all at Games of Berkeley. Catch you next time. We'll do a fun scenario or something next time I'm around. To those of y'all in chat who've come and hung out tonight, it's always a pleasure hanging and chatting. I am so humbly blown away that y'all hang out and spend time and catch this. And you know, I'm seeing that y'all are hobbying too, and it's really amazing to see what the community's putting forth. So, as always, I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis, presenting right here from the Bullshit Corner 2.0. I want y'all to remember to be happy while you're painting, and as always, to know that your participation in these here events and watching the videos and whatnot makes me happy while I'm painting. Toss us a like down below if you ain't so far. Toss us a sub if you like what you see, and maybe consider joining up as a member. And with that, that's all I got this evening. Lots of love. See y'all next time. Toodaloo.